What's the biggest mistake that leasing agents make? I want to get your thoughts. Comment below. I want to hear what you think is the biggest mistake leasing agents make and why. Why do you think that? Why do you think that that's such a big mistake? Comment below. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Hey, I'm Matt Easton, your friend in leasing and life, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the biggest mistake that I think leasing agents make. And hey, if you want to get more actionable tips, if you work in property management, if you work in leasing, I encourage you to please subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and click subscribe below. We're going to give you tons of great quality, actionable content that's going to really help your career in property management. But let's talk a little bit about the biggest mistake that leasing agents make. I really feel like the biggest mistake that leasing agents make is, hey, let's face it, we talk too much. It seems like the more that we understand our product and the more product knowledge that we get and the more excited we get about getting the lease, the more we talk. I'll give you a story. So I was hosting a Leasing University boot camp. And about midway through the day, we were doing role play, and I asked a group to get together, and I asked two people. I said, you're going to be the closer and you are going to be the prospect looking at the apartment. I want you to close this prospect on this home. Well, they sat there and they went on. 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by, 15 minutes goes by, and this is a one-day boot camp. Finally, I had to call timeout. I'm like, stop, guys. This is terrible. Now, the person that was the designated closer, they went first because they had had over 20 years experience in the industry and they had worked at the portfolio the longest and they were the most knowledgeable. But what happened for those minutes when she was supposed to be closing her coworker is she just talked. And the more she talked and the more she went on, the faster she talked and the more excited she talked. Hey, we've got a pool. We've got a dog park. We've got a concierge service. You can pull up your car and park your groceries. Finally, when I said stop, I'm like, what do you know about this prospect? And she just kind of looked at me with a blank look on her face. I said, what do you know about him? What do you know about his needs? What are his goals? What's his vision for an ideal scene? What's most important to him in his new apartment home? What did he want to see first on the tour, and why did he want to see that? Why is what's most important to him that important? What's the real reason behind it? She could answer none of those questions. This goes back to the old 80-20 rule. We should be talking 20% of the time, and our client or our prospect should be talking 80% of the time. And I think with apartments, it's probably closer to 95-5. Listen, just remember this the next time you're showing a unit. If you're doing 90% of the talking, if you're the one talking all the time, you're screwing up the lease for yourself. We need them talking. We need to find out what's most important to them. They need to find out what's most important to them. People don't shop for a new home very often in their life. And by them talking through it, they're actually building value and they're convincing themselves on the value of the apartment. So make sure that you are asking questions. We lease apartments with our ears, not with our mouths. I know you know a ton, you're excited, you're enthusiastic, but talking is not going to get you the lease. Ask those questions. What's most important to you? Why is that most important? What would you like to see first? Why do you want to see that first? Tell me more about that. And then before you make a statement, paraphrase it with, you know, Tom, I think the reason you're going to like these granite countertops is XYZ. Don't just jump in with, you're going to love the countertops, you're going to love the granite countertops, you're going to love the new quartz countertops, or whatever it is. Don't just jump in with an assumption of why you think they like it. Ask questions, lease with your ears. If you notice, at the beginning of this video, I asked you some questions. Questions hook the mind. Questions bring us in. Questions engage us. When you just get excited and start talking about the apartment home, that's shutting your prospect off. Ask questions. Get them to talk 95% of the time. Be that doctor, be that therapist, be that person that's asking questions and writing notes. You're going to find that you get a whole lot more leases. Listen, if you want more direct training, if you want actual training that's going to help you get leases, I encourage you to go take a look at our online leasing agent platform, leasinguniversity.com. It's got everything to get you more leases. You are going to double your leases in 60 days with that platform. So I encourage you to take a look at it. It's over at leasinguniversity.com. I'll put a link below as well. But I really appreciate you watching the video. I really appreciate you being part of our community and subscribing. And until next time, I'm Matt Easton, your friend in leasing and life. Be great and get those leases. The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career, it's gonna make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.